It's all in your mind. If you want to feel great and you want to feel God, you have to do things that God would do and want you to do. Going partying, drinking alcohol, eating rubbish food, masturbating over pixels on your phone, playing video games all day. These things are disconnecting yourself from God. Why do you feel like you need to drink? Why do you feel like you need to smoke loads and loads of weed? Why do you feel like you don't need to work? Why do you feel like you don't need to spend time with your family? That's because you don't love yourself. You haven't experienced what it's like to feel good. And I'm only saying this because I was disconnected for 14, 15 years. I didn't know what Jesus was. I didn't know who he was. I just thought he was a guy that died on a cross for us. And that was it. Just some random guy who died on a cross and everyone praises him. And it wasn't until I started eating good, it wasn't until I started applying these things in my life that make me the person who I am today. And I've experienced the devil. Many people in my family are suffering. Many people in this world are suffering. You guys are most likely suffering as well. And the only way that you can truly be happy is not by going partying. It's not watching porn. It's not drinking a can of beer, and it's not getting drunk. It's simply loving yourself, because if you can't love yourself, you can't love no one. And basically what I'm trying to say is, if you don't know who Jesus is, if you don't know who God is, you will definitely know that the devil is real, because our whole industry, the cooperation we live in, the food and the marketing and everything that is done by the higher power is trying to manipulate us and put us on a low vibration so that we aren't connected with God. They want to be able to control us. They want us to be able to buy things. Tell me why you would work all day, every day, for the rest of your life to buy something that puts you on a low vibration. Because at the end of the day, if you had no money, you couldn't buy alcohol, you couldn't buy junk food, you couldn't buy a phone, you couldn't buy things that put you on a low vibration. So the best way that I thought I could prioritize my money and my energy is by investing it in myself. If I decided to have a drink today and get drunk, I know what I would feel like. I wouldn't feel like I could get in an ice tub. I wouldn't feel like I could cook my family dinner. I would probably just order a pizza because it's quick, it's short, it tastes nice, but you don't realize what actually it's doing to you on a real level of your body as a temple. Whatever you put inside of your body is exactly how you're going to feel. Most people are filled up with parasites. If you have unnecessary fat on your body, you have parasites. Why is there fat on your body? You have to understand that there shouldn't be fat on your body. You know what a good human looks like, and it's Hercules. If Hercules was fat, it would defeat the purpose of who he is. And even if he was fat, most people wouldn't accept him for who he is if he was fat, because we are how we feel. If Hercules was fat, he wouldn't be able to do the things he does, and he wouldn't be able to be this masculine man because he's got so much chemicals and unnecessary fat around his body that's making him feel rubbish. That's why I'm trying to do everything in my willpower to make sure that my body looks like Hercules and my mental is like God. Why would I now choose to live like Satan if I know what it is? Why would I choose to go get drunk, eat junk food, masturbate, play video games all day, watch Netflix? And you can see how all my videos are pretty similar, but they all come down to the same concept. What do you want in life? Do you want that satisfaction of dopamine when you're playing your game? Do you want to kill someone and, oh yes, I killed him? Do you want to eat that food and, oh, that is banging? Or do you want to eat something that might not taste as good, but what your body would use it for, how you would feel after, it kind of just says it. And the majority of people do not know what food is. Most people eat pork, not realizing what a pig is. If you look at a pig, what is it? It's something that doesn't have a specific appetite. If the pig was hungry and I put a plate of shit and it was covered in flies and maybe a homeless man's ball sack on there, all rotten, the pig brain doesn't work in a way where it would think, oh, that's nice food. Or it wouldn't turn it down, it would eat it. So if you're eating something that doesn't know what food is and doesn't have a sweating mechanism, leaving all the toxins and hormones and diseases inside of it, why would you want to consume that just because it tastes nice on your pizza or on your crackers? And you just kind of have to live life a bit like this, because if you really don't know what food is, you're disconnecting yourself from God. If you really don't know what things you have to do to love yourself, to give yourself this feeling feeling of love and confidence and the fire that you can give yourself. You know, the hunger, you know, oh, I really want it bad. I can't keep living like this no more. And that's the feeling that you have to have 24/7. If the next time you play your video game and the next time you pick a bag of crisps or chocolate with soyleferine, anything you do that you know is bad while you're scrolling to find the right video, you know what I'm on about, typing in exactly what you want to release your seed over. It's Satan. Why would your actual human body want that? Why would it want it? It feels nice on your brain receptors. But after, you know how you feel after you've masturbated. You know how you feel after you've eaten loads of food and you're slumped. Oh, I'm slumped, I feel tired, I feel rubbish. Just because it tasted nice for that 10 minutes of eating it. Disconnecting yourself from God is what they want, what the higher power want. And you can see what they're doing. Doja Cat before, she was making alright music. Her music videos wasn't dressed up as a black devil crawling around. Lil Nas X was making decent music, but now he's twerking on a devil. Ice Spice, she made one decent song and now she's doing that shit at festivals, and the stuff behind them is all Satan, literally written in front of you with dead bodies and dead statues and shit behind them. And you're there going partying and absorbing this low frequency music just to have shit conversations with your friends. Now, if you want to be God and feel that love and just cry for no reason because you're getting filled up with love, instead of crying that you want to kill yourself because you hate yourself and your life's so shit, maybe think about what you're doing. Genuinely think about what you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis. If you wake up and you go downstairs and you eat shit, and then you go back upstairs, you get ready for school, you're at school and you eat shit, and then you come home and you play video games and you eat shit, and you masturbate and you sleep late. The human mind actually knows what is the better option. You guys know that you should wake up, eat good food, get in a cold shower, get dressed, go to school. If you're not at school, go to work, go to college. These things, you need to make sure that you're doing things that is good for you. You can't just keep living how you want to live because it's comfortable. At the end of the day, you're living for Satan. Satan is you and you are God. You have to choose what one you want to live with. And life is all about decisions. And that's what it all comes down to. Do you want to live for Satan or do you want to live for God? Because I have felt depressed. I've felt suicidal. I've felt shit. Genuinely felt terrible. And I've had experiences with family members who have just walked around as a devil, crawling on the floor as a devil, and saying that they can see the devil and the devil is inside of them, while I'm there protected by God, witnessing this with no fear, knowing that God is within me. And in the Bible, the most used quote is, "Do not be feared." If you're feared, you're living in fear. You're living in trauma. You're living with a thought pattern that's controlled by Satan. You are what you think. If you think all the time about women, about money, about junk food, about cars, about all this irrelevant shit that was man-made, if you're always thinking about this stuff, you are what you think constantly. The reason why you're stuck and prioritizing to look good, get dressed up, you know, have a drink before you go partying, and then hopefully pull a woman, get her to go back to your house, yeah, and then empty your seed in her. What do you actually get out of it? Oh, I know, you get dopamine and satisfaction, but then you're left soulless. Focus on yourself. Find a woman that loves you, and you have to work on your purpose. It's quite a brainwashed thing for people to think that women are independent. Women need men because men need their purpose. If a man has no purpose, what is he? If he just goes to work, comes home and does nothing, what is that man? The woman should be pushing the man. But I think you understand where I'm coming from now. You can actually feel like God. You can feel powerful, and power only comes from great responsibility. I feel like you are a man when you realized you always have been, and that you become a man when you have responsibilities for others. If you're living for yourself, only making food for yourself, only working out for yourself, not to protect your family, not to protect your loved ones, going to work to spend your money on yourself, you're just selfish, and you like to disconnect yourself from God because it is a comfortable state of mind. But if you're in that comfortable state of mind for a long period of time, you will just be depressed, suicidal, talking from experience. Now you know, if you drink alcohol, alcohol is a gateway for the devil. It puts you on a low vibration. The best way for me to explain what alcohol is, right? Alcohol, your liver doesn't want it. It's poisonous to your body. You wake up feel poisoned. It's not called a hangover, you are just poisoned. That's it. Say for example, I've just drunk a bottle of vodka, yeah? Downed it. Boom. Okay. Now I'm drunk. I haven't got control over my mind. My thought pattern is on a low vibration because alcohol is tested to be a low vibrational substance and it's a gateway to the devil. If I just drank a bottle of vodka, I am now on the same vibration as the devil. The devil can walk into me because I'm in his same vibration and then I can be controlled by the devil. Come fight me. You get possessed by him. You are him. You want to start fighting people because you hate yourself because you haven't had the mindset to not drink it. You become this zombie-like devil, like, yeah, drunk, like, oh yeah, I'm happy, I'm partying, oh yeah, oh I'm gonna f loads of women, do loads of drugs, and oh yeah, I feel good, man, yeah, I'm drunk. Mate, really? Really? That's how you want to live every day of your life? You want to live that? Or you prioritize your weekend for it, or you just want to go home and that's all you can think about doing. What is that? You have to understand that when you have the mindset to drink alcohol, your mindset is manipulated by the devil. When I have the mindset to get in the ice tub, when I have the mindset to make sure that every single family member that I love is being treated how I know that God would want to treat them. I can't keep letting the people around me suffer just because I'm elevating up like this, bomb hard. This last year, this last 2 years, it has been hard. I have been hard on myself every day. 5 o'clock in the morning, ice tub, eating good food, going to work, coming home, gym, bomb, editing videos every single day. Like, you don't understand what level I am at just because I haven't made it yet. Imagine I stay consistent for the rest of my life. Imagine where I'd actually be if I stay consistent on this ball that I'm on. I just keep on rolling, just keep on running with the ball until I get off this ball, until I make that decision to go, oh, I want to come off this ball. I want to come party with the devil for a little bit. Just remember that you are God and you are the devil. Don't be feared by him because he is just a little piece of shit. And God, you know who God is. He's the most powerful person in the world and you are him. Every person in this world is experiencing itself subjectively. That's the best way I can put it. Me and you are the same person. You're just experiencing life differently because of your DNA and your ancestors and your traumas and everything else that goes along with it. Getting called by the mother. Hold on. Hello.
Oh, this didn't go to plan at all.
Why?
I can just drive an hour and 20 minutes to go to church, and she's obviously had breakfast, she was alright. Freddie didn't have breakfast, so he sat there with his head in his hand, and I was looking at him, and I was like, sake. So to walk out from service, the whole service, because by the time I got to some shop, it won't even open, and the machine broke down, so we couldn't eat. We just have to get super hungry, so we eat all your food when we get home.
Alright then.
Okay, I just said no. Just get it for chest. Okay, bye then.
Bye.
What's for dinner?
It's a surprise.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye. And I think we should just end the video here because there's a lot of me saying the same thing, but I needed to say it multiple times so that you can install it in yourself. So the next time you eat something bad, the next time you know that you're going to release your seed over pixels on your phone, the next time you know that you don't want to go into work or school, the next time you don't want to do something but you know you should do it, just do it anyway. Because if you don't, you get consequences, and the consequences aren't as good as actually doing it. If you don't do it, you get a consequence that you don't like. But if you do it, you'll feel good within yourself for doing it even though you didn't want to do it. And that's just what God wants you to do. Follow him, love him. Don't keep on living for the devil.